Greetings, my friends. So this is by a company that sounds just like a cleaning, floor mopping company, MAGICSHINE. MAGICSHINE your kitchen. Seriously, this is actually what it came with. This little badass Mama Gemma is going to rock us tonight. Here's the modes. I'm going to let you put them on the screen. We're going to do most of our review outside tonight because this light is just that dang cool. So you have what is actually, it says XPL2 on the website now, but I think the first one was XPL HIV3 and they just updated it. I cannot find any more information on it. So you have here a 800 plus meters. I think one very critical review said you're getting 820 meters out of this little guy. And another reviewer concluded it's further than that. It's around 900. But there's not many reviews online, really. So here's what you got. You have a long-range tactical thrower, 5 lumens, 30 lumens, 100 lumens, and going all the way up to 500 and 1,000. You have strobe and SOS removed from the main sequence, like any self-respecting light. You have full constant current regulation. You have tactical throw. You have a great beam, artifact-free, and you have a warranty. You have a very nice box here that is super sturdy. It came from the factory at about at the time over or at $100, and it is boasting everything it can do right there. Can't argue with that. Sleek, cool, and worthy, even begging to be tested. So let's go out and test it. It is so hot in that house. There you go. You get that pole in the air effect. Big long rod of light extending out from your body and going way out to the nether regions. I have sadly not really used this as much since I got it about 6 months ago. I did a short video on the beam shots, but it's one of those lights that strutters or that straddles the line on kind of big for practical use and begging to be played with. And when you have that, you have the lights that beg to be played with, you're starting to push the limits on exactly how useful it will be. Because if you can keep it in a jacket pocket, chances are you're going to use it. Otherwise, it's going to become a shelf queen, and you're going to end up not using it, and you're going to eventually end up in a situation where you find that somebody else wants it, and you're going to end up selling it. I don't know how many of my lights I have sold on Budget Light Forum to people who just wanted what I had and maybe couldn't get one, and maybe I didn't need it anymore. And though I wasn't going to sell it, I ended up changing my mind and then selling it. So here we are. Very nice feel in the hand. I won't say perfect because you do have a little weight in the head, but believe you me, it is not detrimental to using it. You don't feel like it's going to overtake your user experience. And I've had lights that are so nasty like to use because of the head is so big and just unruly that you don't want to carry the light. And it's not even so much the fact that it won't fit in a pocket. Most jacket pockets will handle a lot of different lights by the way of size of the head, but sometimes they're so awkward. But this isn't. It falls just short of that. You notice that it's pretty big, but you don't. It's still pushing the envelope in terms of its length and overall size, so that if you're going to use it intensely and you're not in a situation where you need it, you're probably still going to go for a smaller torch. Believe you me though, just like you're seeing here, when this thing goes out long ways, it's like going long for a pass. You're ready. This is one of the longest throwing lights I have ever used. And yet, surprisingly, this is one of those lights that is just not talked about. How often do you hear about MAGICSHINE? I'm sorry that they suck with naming. I mean, the company, but you know, it's still the light is a badass light. Sorry. All right, let's go along. Go along. You football people get the reference, don't you? Go along. There we go. We got nothing. We got something. So you're looking at one of the longer throwers out there. There's a lot of lights that claim 800 meters, but I'll put this up against any of them. Even longer, even 1,000 meters. I'll put this up against it, man. I guess with some of us, the issue becomes, are we going to play that game in our heads where we say we want to wait for a new emitter to come out? Do we want to wait for a newer emitter to come out so that we can buy the light with the knowledge that we get the latest model? It's like computers, it's like cars. You say, hey, you know, am I going to wait for the one with the newest emitter in it? By the way, you have no step down with this son of a gun. You light up whatever you want. Really nice torch. One of the best made. I honestly, folks, since I've had it, I do not use any of the other modes. There we go. So here we are in the main mode sequence. There we go. And each mode, by the way, I have used the second to highest mode before, and it's so well useful that you can use it actively without being bothered by any sort of pulse width modulation or anything in the beam. And because it's so throwy, it's actually useful, like in the bed of my truck here. 30 lumens, 500 lumens. I don't think I'm pushing it hard enough. I think that's why it hasn't changed its modes. There we go. Now we're back in high mode. Woohoo! Yes, sirree. We got us some. Look at that. Yes, sirree. Look at that. Even when on my outside lights come on, we're still having fun. So yes, folks, I really don't get why this is not a more talked about light. I guess it's because of the choice in emitters, but I don't really know. But I'll say one thing else. The way this is coated is with a material that I've never before seen. It is here. It's just a basic button, but the material is like a matted, smooth material that feels like polymer, but it's not. It is definitely metal, and it's solid as any torch you've ever wielded. It is a 63 millimeter reflector, I believe, and it just has the right proportions of depth and width to make it bolt out there with regard to its range. But it's also just smooth. I can't describe it. It really is smooth. You have a double belt clip, reversible belt clip, really strong. What else can I say about this light before we bring it to a close? I guess it's a special light because, again, you're not getting the latest and greatest, but you are getting something that is a tool, definitely one that you will spend money on. But it's a beautiful tool and may indeed be worth getting as a collector's item and as a torch that you can use and count on. Like I said, one of the best around, and I'm not the only one saying that. So, all right, get you a MAGICSHINE, and have a good night.